Hey, what's up? So today I'm going to be doing my spring makeup look. I actually have been doing this spring makeup look for a couple weeks now. I'm showing you guys my blemishes, but I'm going to jump right in and start with applying this Too Faced concealer, and I'm going to use a beauty blending sponge to blend it out, but I'm just going to apply it to these areas. And I know this is concealer, it's not foundation, but I'm just going to apply a small amount in this area and then blend it out all over my face. So I'm gonna put this on. I've been doing this spring makeup look, like I said, for a couple weeks, and it looks really natural. I have another like routine natural makeup that's a lot faster if you're trying to get out the door quickly, but this one I've been liking because it gives me a little bit more coverage and it still looks really natural and pretty. So I'm just gonna blend this out, and I'm gonna show you guys the foundation. It's a very light coverage foundation that I'm going to be applying on top of this in a minute. Okay, so this is the foundation that I like to use. I usually use this on its own, but like I said, I wanted a little more coverage lately, so I've been applying this Bare Minerals foundation. It's just the original one, and I just do a light coat of this on top of the concealer and just buff it all out, and it looks really natural. I think if you put too much concealer it's gonna look cakey, but since I put such a light amount and kind of blend everything out really well, it just looks really natural on me and good. So I just put a small amount of this all over my face, and I kind of just blend it down my neck as well. Oh, and I also want to say that I only do this with this concealer. I don't do it with like Shape Tape or anything. That would probably make my face look really cakey. For some reason, it just works with this one in a very small amount. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know that. So for concealer, I'm going to be using this Mercier concealer, and this is my summertime shade. So I kind of been experimenting, and I usually don't mix concealers, but I'm going to mix this with another concealer in a second, and I'm just going to apply this kind of like a base. I like this one because it's perfect in the summertime. It's lightweight, but it has a good coverage, and I feel like this one's going to be like my base one, and then I'm going to use the other one to highlight a little more. But I really love this concealer. This one, Too Faced, and Shape Tape are like my three favorites so far. So I'm gonna apply this, and I also apply this to my eyelids just to have it as an eyeshadow base, and then I'm gonna show you guys the concealer that I mix with this one in a second. So it's no surprise, it's the Shape Tape concealer. So I like to mix this one with the Mercier, and I literally was just experimenting one day and put this on top of the other one. Like I felt like I needed to just brighten myself up a little, and they mix so well together. That's like my new favorite thing to do. So I just put a tiny bit of this in the areas that I want to brighten up or highlight, and yeah, it just blends so well. It makes the Shape Tape still like the same coverage, but it makes it like a little bit more hydrating. Sometimes I feel like the Shape Tape dries out my under eyes a little bit, so I don't know, I just like this concoction. Try it out and let me know if you guys like it. So I'm going to apply my original Mercier powder, and I use just a very small amount. I don't bake or anything. I just put a tiny bit on my under eyes just to set it without having it look very heavy and cakey since spring is here. I want to look a little more natural, so yeah, just a little bit like that. And I just used enough to set my concealer, and then I'm just gonna put the rest kind of like all over my face. I recently purchased the Mercier Glow Powder and I've been loving it lately. I haven't really heard anyone talking about it or seen anyone using it, but I picked it up and it looks so nice on the skin. I like to put it on my cheekbones, under eyes, forehead, nose, chin, anywhere where the light would naturally hit. And it's not like shimmery or glittery, it just looks really pretty and natural. So I can't wait to try it out when it gets warm out, like for the spring and summer. And yeah, it's just like a really nice powder. I'm going in with this blending brush and my NARS Wanted palette. I love NARS. They have like the best eyeshadows. They just blend out so good. And I'm gonna use this nude color right here. As you can tell, it's my favorite. It's all sunken in. It's almost gone, but I really love this shade because it's just very pretty and natural looking. So I put it into my crease, and I'm also gonna apply it with the same brush onto my lid just to kind of diffuse the color, and it just looks really pretty and natural for like an everyday look. So yeah, I love this palette. I ended up applying a tiny bit of this golden shimmery shade on top of that too, just to give it like a little bit more of a pop. But I kept it very simple and I just used these two shades, and I didn't go crazy with the glittery shimmery color. I just added like a very small amount like in the center of my eyes, and I don't know, I think it looks really pretty. I'm not gonna lie, I usually don't use this contouring stick, but I'm just gonna use a little bit today. And this is like the, I think it's the Hoola contouring stick, and I'm just gonna go very lightly with this because I feel a little pale, and this is gonna bronze me up. And I'm just gonna apply it and just blend it out with my beauty blending sponge. All my bronzing stuff has been Hoola lately. I don't know why, but this brush right here is so good. I got it at Ulta and it just applies my bronzer really nicely. I love the way it applies it. It makes it look so perfect. And this is, I think, the brand called Japanese, whatever it's called. I don't know how to pronounce it, but they carry it at Ulta. I got it for like 12 bucks, and this brush is comparable to, I think, a NARS brush that looks the same, if not very similar. I don't know, I just love this brush. It just makes my makeup go on so nicely, and I always notice a difference when I use this versus like a more dense brush. Okay, so another little tip, or just like me experimenting or whatever, I've been putting this Hoola light bronzer on top of my other one, because sometimes I feel like the Hoola can be a little harsh or dark, or just like not, even when you like blend it out a lot, it's not blended perfectly. So I've been using the light Hoola on top, and it just like kind of blends out my bronzer perfectly. It just makes, I don't know, it just makes it look so good. I don't know how to explain it, but I just love doing this. I've been doing this for like a month or two now, and I don't think I would put on bronzer the same way. I feel like this one just looks really good on top of the regular original Hoola. If you have lighter skin, you can even use this alone, like with a lighter complexion, because it's a very light bronzer. But I just use it to kind of like blend everything out and melt the two bronzers together. So I'm gonna do my brows now. I'm using the center, like the clean part of my beauty blender, just to take off like the foundation powder from my brows. But I'm using Brow Wiz, and I'm just gonna do like very light strokes and use a very light hand to apply the Brow Wiz, because I want it to look more natural and not like dark or heavier. So for like my spring look, I usually do my brows more natural and very light. So you can see I'm like barely touching my brow there, but I like the way it looks. And sometimes even if I wear heavy makeup, I'll kind of do my brows like this just because I think it looks really pretty. And I think sometimes it's better to go a little bit lighter than too dark and have it look too harsh. So yeah, I've been doing my brows like this lately. I'm gonna go back in with the Mercier concealer, and I'm just gonna clean up my brows. I'm not gonna carve them out. If I had a heavier makeup look, I probably would carve them out, like put a lot more concealer, but since it's natural and my eyeshadow's already done, usually I do my brows first. This time, I don't know, I just ended up doing them after, but I don't want to mess up my makeup and I want it to look natural, so I'm just using a very small amount just to kind of clean up my brows a little bit. So I've been using the brow gel from NYX. It's like Control Freak or something. And I used to use the Anastasia one all the time. Anastasia. And I don't know, I found this one for like $6 and I started using it and I thought it was pretty good. So I'm taking a little break from my Anastasia one. I use all Anastasia brow stuff, but for some reason I really like the NYX brow gel. And then I'm going in with this highlighter and just applying just a small amount in the arch of my brows, just to give myself a little brow lift. And I like doing this step too. It just, I don't know, completes like the whole look. I'm going in with this darker shade from my lower lash line, and I honestly haven't worn eyeliner in years. I'm just like allergic to all the eyeliners I've tried out. So I like to apply this on my lower lash line, like underneath my waterline, and it just opens up my eyes and makes my eyes look a lot bigger. So So yeah, I like doing that. I think it looks really nice, as you can see here. For blush, I'm gonna be using my NARS blush, and oh, I almost broke that. Yeah, I like this one because it has a really pretty sheen to it, and it's a really perfect color for the springtime. And I'm just gonna apply a little bit of this with this dense brush. This is me thinking which nude lip liner out of the 30 nude lip liners I should use, and I ended up going with this one from MAC. I think this one's called Strip Down. Yeah, Strip Down. So I used to overline my lips a lot until recently, until New Year's Eve. And I saw in one of my pictures that my lips look super overlined, and I was like, I need to stop doing that. It doesn't look cute. So now I line my lips perfectly to my lip size, and I think it looks a lot better, way better. I actually love my lip shape. I don't know why I was trying to make them look so much bigger, but yeah, I ended up using the Strip Down, and I started applying a little bit more to the top of my lip just to make it look a little bit more rounder, and I really like the way this color looks on me. I also applied this lip balm from NARS on top. It's like a really pretty sheen pink color. And then I'm gonna go in with the Buxom lip gloss in this nude color. It's like a nude tan color. And those two combined together look really pretty. So I just mixed them up, and yeah. Last but not least, I'm going in with Vod D Setting Spray, and I'm gonna wet my face a lot. And then I'm just gonna use my beauty blender and just kind of melt everything all together. And as you can see, it looks so pretty and natural, and I don't know, it's just like a perfect springtime everyday look. If you want to do something a lot faster, there's faster ways to get this look. I'll have to do another video on that, maybe a 5-minute makeup tutorial or something. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed me showing you guys my everyday spring look, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.